Hello, guys. Once again, we're going to talk about nurses today. It's exciting to hear these young men. Nurses have been on social media for a long time. Do you trust or will you date a nurse? Let's get into this without further ado.
I will never date a nurse. I've made that mistake a few times. I will never date a nurse again, and here's why. They cheat more than anyone. And the statistics even show it. And this is not all nurses. I know some amazing women who are great nurses and great women, but I'm saying this as a whole. And the reason is because of independence. They make great money, but they also work crazy hours, and they're always alone with other people on the job. And if you don't believe me, there's a million TikTok, social media videos where you can even talk to other male nurses or male medical professionals, and they will tell you how bad these women be cheating. Like, it's diabolical to the point to where a lot of the guys didn't even realize that the women were married or had boyfriends. Like, that is crazy. Like, these women, like, and I understand. And to me, this is why I don't even like doing, like long distance relationships. Because if you have too much idle time on your hands, it's almost a recipe for disaster. And when you have too much time on your hands and you make great money and you're around temptation a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna go left. Just like with stewardess, you hear they're always around creeping, or like women in like the EMT. Well, I guess that's medical. Like, to me, it's just a recipe for disaster. And does that make men any better? No, I'm pretty sure men do the same thing. But I'm speaking from a man's perspective. Female nurses, yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do it. You feel me?
No, listen, I think that makes sense. Everything that he said broke it down. I don't necessarily think it's because of the money, because I was listening to a lawyer and he was asked, I actually did a review video on it last week, and he was asked, what are the situations in which, you see most divorces from cheating? Like, what is the most cheated on, cheated with type of profession or situation as far as a man getting divorced from a woman that has committed some form of infidelity? And he said nurses was number one. So you see this and talking about that. And I'll deep dive into that in a second. And then another thing that he said was housewives. So really, in my opinion, it, boiled down to proximity, opportunity, and boredom. Character obviously plays a role, but the more time that you spend with a person, especially for a woman that gets emotionally connected, and a lot of nurses that I've talked to actually said that a lot of those type of people, it's not even about being emotionally connected. After some point, they're just so used to doing it, it becomes a lifestyle. Essentially, what you've seen is a lot of women are becoming men in the situations in which they are out and about. And I was telling somebody that back in the day, one of the reasons why Big Daddy, you know what I'm saying, Papa, he would keep his chick home from work is because of the proximity of cheating. It wasn't always just because of housework. It wasn't always just because of, the children and all of that stuff. One of the reasons why fathers way, 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 way back in the day used to keep their chick working from home or at home is, they didn't want anybody else to have access to their chick. Now, some people will say, well, that's, insecurity. No, the statistics and the data actually prove that they were right. Now, there were other problems and things that came along with that whole situation. But the fact of the matter is, the reasons why they did it also played a role and it made sense. Most of the time, when I talk to a guy that says that he's in nursing or he works with nurses, especially travel nurses, they say it's an automatic red flag. I was also looking at a video where a woman had posted, as soon as she became, and this is completely unrelated but related, as soon as she became an airline, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The people that be on the airlines, the women that be on the airlines or whatever, not the pilot, but I don't know if you want to call them a stewardess, or I don't know if you want to call it, whatever. As soon as she got on there, she did 1 year of what her body count was, the difference. And I think it was like nine. The body count was like 9, which means it was probably more than that. It went from 1 to like 10, and the difference was like 9. So people are out here cheating. They out here getting it in, and I just don't want to be no part of it.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in on that, man. I think, honestly, guys, that's true. I worked in hospitals, and nurses was definitely like that, man. I met a few nurses, and I just didn't move that way, man. And I basically already had my connection, my network already set. So I would always get hit off with some nurses because they're there 10 hours a day, man, and they're working, you know, 4 shifts, four on. They're working like almost like doctor shifts. They get lonely. And a lot of young women go into nursing because the money is good and you're getting the hours, you're cracking that 6 figure, but you're paying for that 6 figure, and that 6 figure changes your lifestyle. And a lot of women are not used to that, man. And they're up graveyard shift or doing 4 12s, 48 hours, and then they're off for 3 days. It's all kind of crazy shifts they work in. 5 10s, uh, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's just like their lifestyle is wrapped around the hospital, and then they got to try to find a life out here where people work 9 to 5s, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. They have a partner. It's hard to keep that relationship from talking to nurses, and it's hard. And it's when you're young, it's hard to stay faithful. You know what I mean? You got a lot of temptation out here, as Anton said, the boredom and just displacement of relationships, and just how the time, the sequence of time relationship is not off because nurses shift so much. They might have this shift this much. And then you got traveling nurses, man. And then, like you said, airline stewardess, airline flight attendants, there are like a lot of issues going on with them, you know. So you got to be mindful of all this. And so when you are looking at these type of fields of work, it's hard to maintain a serious relationship. So you got to be mindful of that. So always be mindful of everything when you're dealing with these type of individuals. But nurses will be the worst because of, I think it's more the schedule and the boredom and the loneliness and the feel, and been working in the hospitals with them, and I had experienced some of that, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna talk about nobody else, but yeah, you've seen a lot of things dealing with nurses. So I wish, hey, he got a point. It's hard to have a relationship with a nurse. Not saying it can't be done. I know some successful nurses that's been married for 30 years, 40 years, but generally, young nurses, it's hard. So flight attendants, these type of jobs where you going a lot, you flying, you in and out of cities, travel nurses, it's difficult, man. So yeah, I try to avoid these type of professions because attorneys, lawyers, I try to avoid them. It's high complicated, it's very toxic with the schedules, with the just the rapport in these fields. It's high intense, high impact position, I call them. So yeah, what's your opinion? Let me know. Subscribe to me. What you think down below. And I watched that one video with Anton James too. I comment on there when the lawyers break it down. Yeah, homebodies is hard. They call homebodies the devil's workshop. So you gotta be mindful of that. It's hard to sit in the house and just be there. So I totally agree with these fields, and homemakers is hard because you got the milkman coming through, you got the lawnmower man coming through, the landscaper, you got the mailman coming through. You got all these people, the plumber coming through. Hey man, I'm not saying, but some of them, hey, you look like the plumber. You like the plumber's child, man. I mean, man, why you look like Greg? You don't look like Mike, my dad. It's all kind of crazy stuff happening in life.
I'm good. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do it. You feel me?
Ain't no money in that.
You want to date a nurse? You think nurses are so hot? Let me paint you a picture of what it's like dating a nurse. Night shift edition. So we just finished our 3 of 3. We're gonna drive home. We're gonna drive home in silence. Once I get home, I need a forehead kiss, and I need you to just say, "Hi, baby girl." This literally makes something click in here for me, that I am no longer taking care of others, but I'm gonna be taken care of because now I am the baby. That's all I need from you. After that, zip it. I don't want to hear another word. I don't need you to ask me what I want for breakfast. I don't need you to ask me how my shift was. I don't need you to know how I'm doing.
They think and act just like men nowadays. Like if you're listening to a lot of nurses or this woman right here, she's basically acting just like a man.
Don't ask me. I'm not going to answer. I'm probably going to get annoyed and get frustrated, okay? So just don't say anything. Let me go shower. When I get out of the shower, I need some sort of breakfast. Please do not ask me if I want breakfast or what I want for breakfast. I just need some breakfast, okay? So just make it for me. During breakfast, I may choose.
Are y'all stay-at-home dads or something, or stay-at-home husbands, stay-at-home boyfriends, and she paying all of the bills? Cause I don't know. I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't
Or
do
may
it, bro.
not choose if I want to talk. If I don't want to talk, you sit there in silence. You pick out a show for us and we will watch it. If I want to talk, you just listen. You just listen. Don't interrupt me because I have been interrupted by my patients all night, okay? Let me just yap. I'm most likely not going to want to talk. After breakfast, I'm going to go to bed. Don't ask me when I'm going to wake up or if I want to be woken up. I do not. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. I'm just not going to exist until I want to again, okay? So when I wake up, you don't know what girl you're going to get. I could be sweet. I could want to go do something. I could want to be outside or I could just want to lay on the couch for the next 12 hours and rot. And what I need from you is snacks. No words, just snacks. I also need you to pick out the show because I'm probably not going to be able to make a decision. Also, don't ask me what kind of snacks I want. I need a variety of things because I am allowed to be indecisive. I am allowed. Coffee or any caffeine is probably my love language at this stage. So make sure you have it on deck and you have it coming. Do not ever tell me I've had too much caffeine because there is no such thing. As a night shift nurse, we operate in our own time zone. NST, Nurse Standard Time. You don't know what you're gonna get. It could be 3 a.m. and I could be in the mood to do laundry.
This sounds miserable to be around this type of chick. I'm not gonna lie. This is sounding like a task for a much younger man, and I'm not the type of person to be dealt with like this. And I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. Like, I could see why a lot of nurses are completely single.
Or it could be 8 p.m. and I could be asleep. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. If date nights involve a movie, I will fall asleep. I will fall asleep. If you're dating a night shift nurse, or if you want to date a night shift nurse, you need to be very secure in yourself. You need to be very comfortable with being alone because 99% of the times it's gonna feel like you don't even have a significant other. But the 1% that you do, they are the most freaking loving, caring creatures on the planet Earth. So
I couldn't do it. Nope, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a nurse. I couldn't do an airline attendant or whatever, a flight attendant. I couldn't do a female police officer. I couldn't do any of that type of stuff. And so the same way that women is walking away, or back in the day walked away from men with certain professions that they felt like they couldn't be involved in, I don't think that most guys would be willing to deal with such nonsense. And even if they signed up for it, I don't think they could survive it. Why would anybody sign up for something like this? This sounds so miserable. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Good luck with this one, man.
Hey, yeah, man. This is a cold one here, bro. This is a cold one. Hey, timeout, coach. Uh, false start. Take me out on the stretcher, coach. I'm ready to get out the game. Hey, this is a young man's game. This is a young man that indecisive, young man that don't have nothing to do with his life. Uh, don't know where he's going to deal with a person like this, a personality like this. Uh, it's a young person's personality game because I couldn't. No, this. I don't want this type of job. If I read everything this nurse said on a job application as a partner for her, I would not pass the job. I don't care if it was $100 an hour. I couldn't do that. Oh man, better fact, I might have to do that, but it wouldn't matter because it'd be work. But I still, with all this behavior, I still couldn't do it, guys. Could you have done it? Could you deal with a relationship like this? That's why I say nurses, uh, mm, flight attendants, other people, other night workers, entertainers. they're not good. Them are the worst relationships to get into, in my opinion, because as she described it so eloquently describe it, it'll be a difficult thing to deal with. What do you guys think? Well, subscribe. Let me know what you think. But this one's funny though, man. I was like, time out on the play. I put me on the gurney, take me out the game. I'm gonna take. I need some leave. FMLA. Yeah, this I got to pass on this one, man. This is yeah, I couldn't do this at all. I understand what Anton was saying. I understand what this other young man was saying. I'm with them, and yeah, I nurses, y'all can have it. I wish you the best. I love you on your job, yeah, because you're taking care. But outside of that, relationship wise, I gotta go. Yeah, this is maybe the main reason why she described it so well. Why nurse is hard to be in a relationship with a nurse. Not all, but a large percentage. Yeah, if this the behavior, if this the mannerism, if this how they think, yeah, I gotta go. I'm out. All number love, number respect. Appreciate getting to know you. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. You're bright. You're charisma, charming. Just not the one for me. Yeah, that occupation, I gotta slide on. What is your opinion? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. This is very interesting. Yeah, yeah. Time out on the play, coach. Got to go. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? Leave a comment down below. I need to know.